Hi guys, Rachel with Spunky Misfit Girl here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching and crafting along with me. Today I have a super cute one-page wonder for you. This one was originally inspired by Lene Creates, but she did hers a little differently. And as soon as I started making it, I realized I wanted to do it a different way. So we're gonna use the start of the base and make this one. And I will show you what it looks like on the inside. This is such a very cute, fun closure. I really love that look. And then it's got a piece on the front, flips open to a teeny little pocket here on the side. A set of two pockets here on the left that I've just put some little cards in and decorated. A fun flap on the side here that becomes a pocket on both sides, if you like. A notebook in the middle here that's just got some tea dye papers, and that's everything. Now, I did use quite a few other papers to make all these different pockets in the notebook and things, the front piece, but most of the base you can make with a 12 by 12. It would be a good idea though to kind of have on hand and do some thinking about a second paper or some scraps and things that kind of go with your 12 by 12 that you're going to use for the base so that you can do all of those other pieces. All right, so I've been using the English Garden paper pack, which I got from Joanne, and I am just loving it. It's so much fun. So I'm going to use this one for this new version of this little guy. And the first thing we're gonna do is actually cut it. I was thinking scoring, but we need to cut it down a wee bit here. Okay, so we're gonna cut it to 7 inches. And this is gonna be your piece that you cut is gonna be your base, okay? So this piece here. And then we're gonna cut this guy, which is 5 inches, also to 7 inches, so that we have 3 pieces, okay? We've got these 2 little pieces, we've got our big piece. So we've got this 5 by 7 piece, and we're gonna cut that at 3 the long way. Okay, so we have a 3 by 7 and a 2 by 7. And then we're gonna cut the 2 by 7 down just a smidge to 6 3/4. So that will go in as our pocket on the side, okay? So we're gonna start with this guy, the 3 by 7. He's gonna make our flap in the middle, okay? This guy inside, right here, okay? So he gets a score down the, I think I'm gonna do it on the back, down the side at 1/2 inch. Okay. And then the big piece, I want this to be the outside, so I'm gonna put that down. This will be my inside. And I'm gonna score this guy at 4 3/4. and 9.5. Okay. So you can see, so what Lynn and I did was actually turn this into a pocket or a tuck spot. And I just, as soon as I started making it, I was just like, and she just left her front kind of just like this. It was just a cover. And I just loved having that flap over the front like that. So I decided to do it that way. So the next thing we're gonna do is round some corners. So these are gonna be our front flap. Have it open here. I think we'll round these corners as well. Okay. This guy has our, actually, I want this to go this way. This is going to just glue in It's upside down. I should have scored on the other side. That's okay. We'll put them in upside down. And then if you want that kind of fancy edge, I just used craft scissors that give me this nice fancy edge. And this is a spot where you can play around and make some choices about what you want to do here. You could add an envelope that's the right size that could just be could be added as a pocket. Maybe we should do that. I wonder if I could just quickly make one. But I don't know, I've done that a lot. And I kind of like I'll show you the way I did it in the other one that makes it into 2 new pockets. Okay, so I'm just inking that guy up. I'm gonna just glue along my tab here. That was probably way too much glue. I was thinking about my talking and not about my gluing. And I'm just gonna glue that up against this, this guy here. I still want it to fold, so maybe give it a little bit of room. Yep, yep. Okay, and then this guy, we've got our 2" by 7" piece. That's gonna become our little pocket over here. So we're gonna give that a notch punch. Probably best to make it a big one because it's a fairly skinny pocket, and once you get your notebook in there, it's a little hard to use anyway. I am rounding my corners, and I'm gonna glue that on 3 sides. As far over here as I can get because I want to have a little bit of room to slide a thing in and out of there. Okay, so then we've also got this guy left, 5x5 square, and we're gonna cut this on one side to 4 1/4. I think I'm gonna do it like this. 4 1/4, she's a little skinnier. That's gonna make it fit in here, just like that. So then we're gonna also cut it in half. So this is 5, right? So we're gonna go to 2 1/2. And that's gonna give us 2 pockets. 2 pockets, 2 pockets. Which we're gonna give little notches to. Together at once, so they'll be in the same spot. Yeah. All right, and we're gonna give those some ink. I don't think I inked. Did I ink my tall skinny pocket. This paper, I really probably could live without inking it. This green side especially, like it's pretty chill already. I like it. The ink doesn't show terribly well anyhow. Okay, so these guys are gonna go in here. Whichever one I want to put on the top, I'm going to round the corner of just that side. That's gonna go up here. The other one won't be seen, so it doesn't matter. So we're just gonna kind of line them up. They're gonna make a layer like this. So I'm gonna make a mark underneath this one. So I have an approximate idea of where I want to line that up. And I'm gonna glue it in. 3 sides. Bottom. 2 sides. And he's gonna go right back there. Nice and straight. And then this guy is gonna go in as well, just over the top. Oops. Try to stay on the pocket when you're gluing. Just like that. And we will do away with some of that extra glue. I should be working on the craft, on the butcher paper, not on my other extra pieces. Okay, so we're getting there with our base. So now we're gonna make our notebook for this spot right here, okay? So we want a piece that is 4.5 by 8, which I think I might have done for myself already. So let's check, 4.5 by 8. So this is the piece I'm gonna use for my notebook. You probably want it double-sided because we're gonna fold the top over. Try to decide if I want, well, let's look. So what I did was just prepped some tea-dyed paper here for this, and this is 4.25. How can it be? Yeah, so this was 4.5. So this is 4.25, so it fits. 4.25 by 6 3/8. And so this is gonna go on here to make our notebook. So that's how much of that is gonna show. Not very much, right? Just around the edges. So I think I'm gonna have the orange be my flap. So I'm gonna score this. Not with it upside down, I am not. At 6 3/4. Okay, so that's gonna make my top flap, which is easy enough to do without a scoreboard, but when we have a scoreboard, we like to use it, right? So that's gonna make the top of our notebook, and we want some corners rounded, of course. Top and bottom. And actually, I think on the other one, I did my notebook pages as well. I'm also gonna give some ink to this flap. I think the orange will do well with some ink. I have a choice to make here too. I think we can do all 4 at once. Yeah, look at that. Fancy. Okay, so on my other envelope, or on my other notebook, I did eyelets. Now, these are pretty eyelets and I like them. And you probably, now that I've shown them to you, want to know how to do it. But Lene in her video stapled this, and it actually ended up looking really nice. I forget what she did. She did something that covered the staple, but it was a lot easier than doing all those eyelets. I will tell you that much. So one of the things I was thinking about here was trying out this no staple stapler guy to see if it would actually put these together well enough that it would stay together. But I don't know. I kind of like, the other thing is the eyelets make bulk, right? They are bulky, and they're the wide ones, so they're even bulkier than the littler ones. I'm gonna ink around the edges of this too, because that's showing a little more, and it's too close to the pattern underneath it. I want to give it a good, make it stand out. Okay, so we'll go ahead, we'll do some eyelets so you can see that, but I'm gonna try the stapler, the no staple stapler too, and see what happens. The thing is it doesn't have a lot of reach. It's like the grab is only goes in so far, but let's see what happens if we do this like all the way across very solidly, because that could be really cool if it really works. I think the idea for hers too was that you would be able to tear off, it would be like a tear off notepad. And so she didn't want them super, super buckled in there. So this is definitely, takes a bit of doing. See, I didn't get all the way in there. Maybe if we come on the sides too here. Nope. That definitely did not stick together. Not over there either. So I think this top part kind of is, but it's not good enough. This one especially got too far back. So it looks cute. It really does look cute, especially if I would have gotten that one up there right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some eyelets with it anyway, because that'll show you how to do this. So let's see, where do we want them? Let's take a look. If we're gonna do 3, we want them kind of in the middle, kind of like this, right? We're what, 4.5 all the way across here, so 2 1/4 is gonna be our middle, and then probably, what do we want here? Here. What is that? Is that a full inch? I think that's a full inch. Okay. 3 holes. So the last time didn't go all the way through. I didn't go through the back, but I realized it doesn't matter because we're gonna glue this in. So this time we're gonna go all the way through the back. Where did I put my hole punch? Are you serious? No. Good. I was like, I had it on here from filming earlier today. Cannot believe what I'm gonna do if I moved it. So we are gonna put these, I'm actually gonna clip them just to hold them, just because I don't want them moving. So these are the smaller hole, and I'm just gonna punch those with my crocodile. And then we do need a good bit of pencil pushing to be big enough to let these eyelets get in there, because the eyelets are a little bit snug. So I just need to make sure I get in there enough. Okay, and these are super fun flat eyelets. I just got these on Amazon. I used them in another recent video. I didn't do enough pencil. I'll put the link in the description again in case you're looking for them. That is the tricky thing about this. You might want to use a paper for your top of this thing that's a little sturdier, because you might see that I am kind of bending the heck out of this, but I think it's working okay anyway. And then I'm gonna just try to make sure I can see. These do go in very nicely, I will say that for them. There's not a lot of fuss. Oh, come on. I mean, when I'm setting them, you do have to fuss to get them in the hole. But once they are, no problemo. My holes weren't perfect. That's okay. We're gonna put a nice little ribbon in here or something. I actually didn't bring my ribbon, so I might have to just use some twine on this one. I think that's okay. That might actually look nice with this paper that we're using for this one. Okay, and then that guy goes in there too, and you got your 3. And then we're gonna get our, let's say we're gonna try using this one because it's what I have, I think. I don't see any other options right next to me. So all we want to do with this, I'm going to give it twice the length just to be sure. And we're going to go down through the 2 ends. Make this even in the back, and then we're going to come up through the middle with both. Yep. And that's going to allow you then to make a cute little bow around the outside of that. And that was way too long. You do not need to make it twice the length. That was super, super way too long. Once would be more than enough. I have way too much extra here. Because really, all I want is a little bow. The eyelets already add a little bulk to this guy. I don't really want to add a ton more with a big, fat, fluffy bow. Okay, cute notebook. Now, I think that's actually probably still too long. I probably would still prefer it to be shorter. Let's see, let's take a look. Make it littler. Yeah, little. Okay, now it's cute. Okay, and I'm just gonna glue this guy in. So you're not gonna see this back of this guy anyway. You wouldn't have to do that. You can make a pocket, stick it in there. You could make your flap into a pocket, slide it back there, but I like it. I like it glued in. Okay, getting there. So then it's up to you at this stage. If you want to do, we'll do this like we did in the sample, just so you can see. I had some scraps that were just kind of the right size for this, that were from the same paper pack. This is the English Garden paper pack from, I'm getting it from Joanne, DCWV, I forget. That stands for something clever, but I don't remember what it is. So I'm just gonna take a look and see. I've got some pieces that are already cut up. I'm gonna see if any of these will kind of go here. I've got this page has been kind of hanging out for a while. Maybe we'll use it for both, right? So what I did, so firstly what we would want is a piece that's just a little bit shorter. So I'm just gonna cut like here. I need to cut the end of the hole off of this guy too. I want that. So I'm just gonna cut, my mark has disappeared. Oh, there it is. Oh, I found it right here. So that's the width I want. So how tall do I want it to be? If I put it, I'm gonna put it back here. I need it to be shorter than this. So it's gonna come to about there. Okay. And that will get some rounded corners too. And that's gonna come in here like this. Oops, my corner didn't really round perfectly. Maybe we should go this way. I like that better. Yep. That is gonna be better against the, okay, and we can turn that into a pocket by just gluing up the side here, down in the bottom, and up the side there. And that might be a little longer than what I need it at, but that's okay. Now I actually do want this kind of right there. Kind of right there. And then I want my glue wiper to help me. Okay, so now we've got a tuck spot in here. And now, I made a mess on the back. But now we can add another pocket in over here, right? So this piece is not gonna work for that. We could use this piece that we cut off and it will be little. I actually like that. Let's do that. Here, I made it a little bigger because I had a piece that was exactly the right kind of height that I wanted. This is the height that I want. It's a little shorter, so I'm just gonna give it a notch, and that will become a tuck spot over here in the back. Let's ink it too. I kind of want, I'm getting a lot of different patterns in this one. A little too much for me, probably. I mean, they're fine, they're coordinating, but they're a little bit busy. There's a little too many busy ones. So I'm just gonna glue on the bottom and the sides to make that my last little pocket. Yes? Yes. Looking good. Very fun. Okay. So now this guy, and again, like, you have some options with this, really. If you wanted, you could have this fold in like this. And on my other one, it's kind of really cute because it meets up with the, well, I mean, even here, right? Like, the cover, what I made into the cover meets up with this kind of just cute little hole in between. And you could cover it, close it like that, and do something else on that cover. I liked it like this, but up to you. So let's take a look. Now, I had, from my other one, a nice long strip that I used for the outside, but I didn't manage that somehow this time around. I don't know why. I have this little short guy. I must have cut it differently. I cut it differently. Okay, that's okay. We'll have to just adapt a little bit. That's okay. Because I think what we can still do, we can still do it like this. I don't know if I like that anyway. Okay, so this guy that you have left, he's a little shorter than what I had for this guy. A little thicker too, but that's okay. He's gonna make your closure on the front. So this, I prepped a little piece for my front because I like that. I like this look. I've been obsessed with mushrooms lately. And I just got this new corner guy. So I tried them out with these kind of, I don't know what you call that, rectangular, trapezoidal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that on there. But like I said, you can do there's options for this. You can move this little flap around depending on how you want it. If you want to decorate it in the same way, I think it's fun. I like it this way. So I'm going to put this on here. Just with glue on about half of it so that the other half hangs off and makes that pretty front. Okay. And so then this guy, I think I'm gonna still use this pretty green, and he's gonna come. So what I did for this one, so I make these buttons out of paper, and there's a special kind of glue. There's another video on my channel for how to do these. You don't have to. If you have other buttons, you want to use a button. There's, you know, you could do this however you want, but this is the way I decided to do this on mine, because I wanted something that would kind of hold it down a little more, because it was, oh yeah, I think I'm going to use that one. Because it was just a little, it flaps open, right? So I wanted to have a little bit more of a closure. So I'm going to use one of these. I'll put the video link for making these in the description too. So I think I'm just going to not even bother with scoring or anything. I think I'm just going to fold this guy around where I want it. And that's about what I want. So I'm going to ink it up on the front part of it. And then we're just gonna glue this little back part so that this becomes this super neat button closure. I'm gonna put it right in between the mushrooms and the pneumatic express post. I love that. Okay, and then my button is just gonna come, I'm just gonna glue the top edge so that my holes will still hang off of it, and I'll be able to string, put my string through it. Originally, I was hoping that the button alone would be enough to kind of weigh it down, and it just isn't. It just sits like that. So that's why I decided to also add the string. So I want to give that a second to grab there. I kind of want to put something else on this guy too, just to differentiate him from the rest of the thing. I keep losing my my glue guy. My rag. I don't know, somehow it ends up on the floor every time. I must be subconsciously tossing it away from me. Okay, so yes, I kind of like to put, I don't know what. I've got this, I've been using these crazy papers with my mushroom, all my mushroom stuff, because they kind of go, maybe something like that. Real quick while I, while my button's not dry yet. Try to add that in there if we can see my mark. This paper, I cannot see my mark. I think that was too wide. Where is it? Oh, there it is, I see. I can see it for 10 seconds when it's right under the light. Okay. And then I want this guy to go in here. Quick, quick, quick. So that it can go underneath my button. Still. Oh yeah. That's nice. Okay. And do I want it to go? Yeah, we'll do it all the way around. I'm gonna cut it down here though. Nice. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, you guys. This was a project I made up myself. I'm starting to have more fun doing that. Okay, so we're gonna take a skinny, I'm gonna use my my beeswax thread for this one because it's skinny. And what did I do? How did I do this? I did it in a good way. So yes, let's do it like this. So we're gonna make, firstly, we need to make sure that it's long enough. So we want it to go around this way. I'll go twice. It's probably gonna be too long. But what I'm gonna do first is go with both sides down, okay? Through here, like this. And I'm gonna want one kind of on the shorter side and one on the longer side. So that one is gonna go, be able to go all the way around. Okay, well, they're both long. So here's what we'll do first. I'm gonna put them together and I'm gonna make a knot. Let's see if I can do this in a way so that you can really see. I'm making a knot underneath here, okay? That's gonna kind of sit underneath my button. And that way, my string is always going to stay tied to my button. So then one piece comes around here and the other piece stays here. And so I'm just going to trim the one that stays here down to about like that. And then those tie together. And that's how I did that closure with the handmade button. And it looks so cute. Aren't they adorable? Ooh, I love this project. Please show me what you make. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you make things. Let me know in the comments how you like it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every one of you and every time you watch one of my videos. I will see you the next time.